Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm super pumped because we are into the spring shred. It will end June 5th, but my clients are already losing weight to reveal those defined muscles. I have finished my 88-day cut, and I cannot wait to share that with you on one of the upcoming episodes. I will share all of my hacks, tips, and tricks to get you feeling like you want to when you attend the pool or head to the beach. So, this past week in the Kelly Counts Macros Clubhouse, we made cilantro lime chicken with avocado salsa. Not only is the chicken moist and tastes so good, but the avocado salsa is amazing as well. It's packed with protein. It's perfect for serving your guests by the pool. Clubhouse members get exclusive access to these recipes inside of the app, so you never have to go scrolling through social media wondering where you save them. And I am featured in the My Macros Plus app. Search for me under by brand. Kelly Counts Macros, counts with a K, to find all of my recipes. You can take a look on Instagram and find the recipe and then track inside of the app. Clubhouse members have the added bonus of getting my full recipe book inside of the membership for easy access. Would you mind leaving me a review? Quick favor. I read every single one and they help me reach more people. If you haven't yet, please leave a review and hit that follow button. New episodes drop every Monday. Let's change the next generation by ditching the dieting mentality. If you are watching me on YouTube, you can see that I have some crazy dark glasses on. I am fighting a migraine, so don't think I'm a weirdo. It just helps me so that I can hopefully not get a migraine today. So excuse the crazy glasses. So, the main topic of this episode, I want to talk about something that people struggle with, and that is stubborn body fat. You're beyond frustrated. Perhaps you have that lower belly pouch or pooch. You can't do what you did before and get the same results. Losing weight feels hard. You just want to put on your clothes and like how you look in them. First off, you are not broken. We have a whole bunch of different fat cells in our body. We have a process in our body in which, when we're in a deficit, we notice results first. And unfortunately, everybody is different. Or fortunately, I should say, because if this world, if we were all the same, it would be pretty boring. So I definitely notice that I lose weight in my face first and then my bum, my bottom. So those are the two places that I don't want to lose any body fat. I want a plump rump. I want that fat in my face so that I look younger. I would prefer the body fat to leave my abdominal area so that you can always see my six pack. So everybody is different. For some, it's their lower body, their problem area just wants to resist. It's been hardwired into us as survival. Did you know your fat cells actually have different types of receptors that affect how easily fat is burned? So, beta receptors are like the go, go, go buttons, okay? They help stimulate fat breakdown and are more responsive to fat burning signals like exercise, nutrition being number one, and certain hormones. So, these are typically found in areas like your arms, your waist, your face. So which is why these areas tend to slim down faster. Alpha 2 receptors, on the other hand, are more like slow down, hold on to fat buttons. They slow fat loss and are considered more stubborn. In women, this might be for you in your hips or your thighs or your glutes or your abdomen, which may explain why it can be tougher to lose fat in those areas. So if you feel like you lose fat from your face and your tummy first, but your hips or your thighs are the last to change, this is exactly why. It's all about receptor distribution. You're not doing anything wrong. Everyone's distribution is different. I would bet that my beta receptors are found in my breast. This is always one of the first places to decrease when in a fat loss phase. It would be so nice if you could pick where your beta receptors would be. I would want more fat in my face, in my breasts, and in my butt, but lean out in my abdomen. What would you choose? Everybody is different. Perhaps you would say to me, why would you want more in your butt? I can't get rid of mine. Everyone is so different. Can I just take a moment to say we must embrace this? We always want what we don't have, but please love yourself as you are. So, generally speaking, I see that fat loss starts at the head and goes to the toes. You have to be very consistent with nutrition and strength training to change your problem areas. Nutrition being king, it is the driver. Strength training is the passenger. So, if you are menopausal or perimenopausal, you may have noticed that the fat has shifted, right? So, let's talk a little bit about that. Maybe before you were storing fat in your legs and in your bum, and now it has moved to your midsection. And when you gain weight, you are storing more fat in your stomach, in your midsection. I would just want to pause and validate women going through perimenopause and menopause. You are heard by me. I get it. Things are changing. It's not in your head, but do not lose hope. For most women, when they get pregnant and the baby is just basically a little bean inside of the uterus, you gain a lot of weight in the first trimester. Obviously, if you are vomiting because you are sick, you won't gain weight. But I can remember wanting bagels and carbs and thick, crusty bread, which aren't normally things that I crave. But in the first trimester, I was wanting this because, right, your hormones have just gone crazy. With pregnancy, sometimes this is what we embrace is going to happen, and you're going to gain weight and you're going to get bigger. Maybe you're looking forward to the process, but when you're in perimenopause or menopause, you're not looking forward to the process. So it's a little bit different. But I will admit, when I was pregnant, I gained 70 pounds. Now, that is a lot on my frame. I did not like being able to not move my body the way that I wanted to. I did not enjoy getting bigger. I did not enjoy the way that I felt my energy level just deplete. I did not like the way that clothes fit. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Of course, I love the end result. I love my kids with all of my heart, but some women don't enjoy becoming pregnant. I'm not, used to not having energy. I'm not used to taking naps. I wasn't used to my legs feeling heavy, and I wasn't used to feeling uncomfortable in my own skin. So, of course, I am in love with the end result of my Ben and my Lola, but it's okay to not love the changes when being pregnant. So it's the same with menopause or perimenopause. The body that we have known forever is changing, and you don't know what's happening. You don't like it. You don't like that tire around your waist. So it's the hormone shift. It's like you don't recognize yourself, right? It's like a body that you've never seen before. This is where that distribution starts changing. This is due to, right, a decline in your estrogen. But fat loss is possible at any age. I have hundreds and hundreds of clients that are perimenopausal and menopausal that have abs, okay, that have decreased their bum and their thighs, even with menopause or perimenopause. There is so much in your control that we can do and change. And the process is going to take more consistency and may seem slower than in your 20s, but this is normal. So, do you want to set yourself up for a better menopause transition? Okay. Use weights. It's the menopause door, walking through it, okay, with your habits and your nutrition. And this is what I give you inside of the shred and the clubhouse. You want as much muscle tissue on you as possible. Again, the nutrition is the driver, the strength training is the passenger. All right. Keep it very simple. I love to keep it simple. And this is what I gift to you inside of the shred and the clubhouse. All right, let's go back to the receptor. These receptors tend to be more stubborn and release the fat at a slower rate. So, what can we do about it? Number one, consistent calorie deficit. It still works. And maybe you need multiple phases of fat loss. And this is what we do inside of the clubhouse. And that's why I offer you $100 off of the shred, because this is a journey to lose the weight, to reveal the defined muscles. Okay. Know that you can chip away at the body fat. So let me give you an example. You do a cut or a shred for 8 to 12 weeks, and then we reverse you to maintenance. We call it reversing Ralphie in the clubhouse to maintaining Mandy. And so many people skip this and then they gain the weight back. Okay. So this looks like maintaining your body comp and you're not focusing on the weight on the scale. I will repeat, maintenance is maintaining your body composition and not laser focus on the scale. Okay. When you're in a cut, you will have less food in your body, possibly less hydrated, and you can't let the scale dictate maintenance. Maintenance is more about measurements, strength. Are you getting stronger? Body composition, progress pictures, and how you feel. Being in a cut is a depleted state. So when you move to maintenance, you will maintain your body comp, but that scale may go up a little bit because you're not depleted anymore. But your body comp will remain the same. More glycogen storage in your tissue causes the scale to show an increase. You will also have more food in your system as well, possibly showing an increase on the scale. So maintenance is about maintaining body comp, getting stronger, and not a number on the scale. I like to call it momentum. All right. So after a shred or a cut, go back into maintenance for 3 months and then do another cut again. Your body will be in a good position to do this. And this is what we work on inside of the clubhouse. We call it reversing Ralphie to maintaining Mandy. I'll hold your hand so that you don't get scared to gain the weight back, and mentally, you're not hyper focused on the scale, as we just learned that this is not the best data for maintenance. Okay? We can do another shred or cut and chip away at the body fat after the 8 to 12 weeks of maintenance. Daily movement, walking more, standing more. It's not just about the daily workout, which of course is super important, but getting a new strength training structured workout in place. Avoiding the weights will not help. Not using weights will just make you look softer. So if you're still a cardio queen and still just running, you may look softer or skinny fat. So maintaining and building muscle tissue helps you shape your body. I'm going to be honest, if you're putting in 50% of the effort, you're going to get 50% of the results. Okay. And for those areas that are particularly hard to lose, I mean, 50 to 70% is just not going to cut it. I like to tell this story about how I went into a boutique. I love going into little boutiques when we travel, and I saw this sparkly knitted shirt, and I was like, oh, this is so for me. I tried it on. It felt like it was tailored to fit me. And I looked at the price and it was over $300. And I was like, nope. Jeans, yes, I will spend $300 on. Purses, yes, I will spend a lot of money on. But I do love my Mother jeans and I will spend $300 on them. I love the brand Mother. But this sparkly netted shirt, this is a rare wear, especially because I'm in my mom era and I'm not getting dressed up too often. And sometimes that's the same with your body, right? You see something shiny that you want, such as a six pack, but sometimes the price is not worth it. Yeah, it's fun to go into a cut one time a year, but it's not fun to sustain being that super lean all year long. I just don't want to live with that much restriction to have my abs popping 365, all right, 365 days a year. I don't always want to pay the price. To me, that's like the shirt that I wanted, but I knew that I could get that same shirt for much less. And while it might not look exactly the same I wanted or look like it's tailor fit to my body, I knew that I could search TikTok or Instagram to find a dupe that would be good enough. So once again, it's completely okay that I didn't want to pay that price. Nobody's talking about body fat at your funeral. I always think about that. The most important things are things that people are going to be remembering you for. The most important things are often spoken for about at your funeral, right? How did this person make me feel? How did they make other people feel? Did they fulfill their life's mission? Are their kids happy with the way mom made them feel? Ben and Lola don't care about what I look like in a bathing suit. I'm their mom. How did I make them feel? Did I spend time with them? What were the key things that brought them the most happiness? Usually it has to do with people and connections. Nobody is going to your funeral and mentioning that you had a six pack or talking about your lower body fat and how your bum looked good in those jeans. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about all this. If you want to pay the price and go through these fat loss phases, that is totally fine. But just remember, as you're chipping away at the body fat, it's going to take more than 70% effort. It's science backed, right? Stubborn body fat does exist. So let's do a recap. Your body is not evenly distributed. Your body burns fat from easier areas first. Lower body fat can be more stubborn, along with belly fat, because of the receptors. There's a slower fat breakdown. Menopause changes, your body's changing, it's changing its fat loss patterns, but it's still absolutely possible with consistent calorie deficit and appropriate protein, along with strength training, which is what we do inside of the Shred in the Clubhouse membership. What works is a sustainable and consistent calorie deficit, daily movement of the body, strength training, and multiple fat loss phases, which involves reversing to maintenance. And you will have multiple maintenance phases as well. If it's worth it to you, great. Let's commit to the process. Join the Shred or the Clubhouse. Thank you for tuning in today. I will put the link to the Clubhouse waitlist. You can enter in June. It's only one time per year to the general public. If you find this episode helpful, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Remember, it's not about the all or nothing. It's about the all or something, and you're always doing better than you think you are.